Sorry about that. Well, my motives are purely selfish. The workers and I are slaves. The demon is the guard that keeps us here. If you defeat it, then you also free us. Very well, I shall do so. I will be forever in your debt. I would never be able to repay you, but would gladly aid you in any way I could. We're just finding random awesome loot. This is a bastard sword, +3. It's cursed. No, that's bad. We don't want that. Well met. I am Xavier Torsen, Minister of Foreign Affairs. How may I serve you? What do you do here? My duties are limited at the moment due to the war with the 10 towns. Normally I arrange diplomatic functions, negotiate treaties, and issue delegate passes. Okay, let's just skip through all this. Well, he's about to tell us the details of what really caused this war between the Legion of the Chimera, led by Isser and Medei, and the 10 towns. If it could have been avoided if not for those fools from Bryn Shander, which is one of the 10 towns. What did they do? When the Legion of the Chimera was first formed, the Lord and Lady asked me to establish diplomatic relations with the neighboring kingdoms. I decided to start with the 10 towns. I sent envoys of the towns asking that we meet and discuss trade agreements, possible alliances, and any other applicable issues. In every case, my envoy was turned away but one. Bryn Shander said they would reply with an envoy of their own. Did they do so? Yes, 10 days later an envoy arrived bearing gifts from Beatrin Weaver. The Lord and Lady were presented with the finest cakes and sweets that Bryn Shander had to offer. They were very pleased. They decided to honor the envoy with a banquet. The meal was exquisite and the wine was magnificent. The chef quite outdid himself. Afterwards the cakes and sweets were served, and that is when the evening turned sour. What happened? The Lord and Lady are Cambions. That is to say, demon blood flows in their veins. Well, Beatrin Weaver apparently knew this and ordered the cakes made with holy water. When they ate the cakes, they were horribly burned. So it was deliberate. How could it not have been? Why else would one bake cakes with holy water? And not just the cakes, mind you, the sweets were later examined and found tainted as well. Of course it was deliberate, and the Lord and Lady knew this. I see. They turned upon the envoy and accused him of treachery. They claimed that he knew the cakes were poison, and yet he did not warn them. They were livid with anger. I thought they were going to slay him. Do you believe him guilty? No, I think the poor fellow had no idea. He was just as shocked and outraged as the Lord and Lady. However, they would not listen to his pleas. What was his fate? He is imprisoned here in one of the towers. In any case, that is how the war began. I would like to see the envoy. Then you will need to speak with the captain of the guard. I believe his name is Pudu, but I am not certain. He can be found in the officer's tower off of the 4th floor. However, you will need a delegate pass to see him. Can you give me a delegate pass? Certainly, but there are some restrictions that you must be aware of. 1, you must carry your pass at all times. 2, visitors are not allowed beyond the 2nd floor without a pass. 3, the guards reserve the right to deny access to any area, even if you have a pass. Do you understand these restrictions? Yes. Very well, then I will need you to fill out this form and this one. Good. Now sign here and here and here. Yes. Everything seems in order. Here is your pass. I am grateful. I am happy to serve you. Will there be anything else? Do you know anything about the demon in the hall? It is an unfortunate necessity of war. It is the guard, and is there to prevent intruders from compromising the severed hand. If the creature offends you, please accept my apology. A demon as a guard, is that not a bit unorthodox? Perhaps, but not necessarily in this case. Icewind are cambions, that is to say, demon blood flows in their veins. For all I know, the creature may be a relative of theirs. In any case, it is not my place nor yours to question. In this instance, you are wrong, Xavier. Oh, how so? It is my understanding that it keeps the slaves from escaping. Slaves, forgive me, but there are no slaves at the severed hand. Perhaps you mean the conscripted workers? No, I mean the slaves, the people that are performing the repairs. I can assure you that you are in error. Why, just the thought of that is obscene and barbaric. Who, may I ask, put these ideas into your head? I spoke with Gere Stowe, the slave foreman. We just ratted him out, and now he's in big shitty trouble. That is to say, I have never spoken with the workers. I was told that they were conscripts, and that they should be left to their work. Slaves, you say? Yes, ask them yourself, Xavier. If I may have a moment of your time, I will speak to Jeremiah. Certainly. I do not know what to say. I spoke with Gere Stowe myself. It seems that you are correct, and the workers are indeed slaves. This situation is intolerable. What do you intend to do? I will resign my position as minister. I am certain that my services are needed elsewhere in the realms. Farewell, farewell.
Very well.
More amazing stuff. I guess since this is the last level of the game really wants us to be properly equipped. Death's Bane. And surprisingly, it is, this is probably, heals 1d4 points of damage per hit. Oh, it heals to the opponent, and it doesn't do any damage. Delnar was a timid mage who never was one for adventure. He spent most of his life in quiet study, living with his mother, trying to learn the art of crafting magical items. Unfortunately, his mother had a habit of interrupting him at crucial points during the enchantment process, often with disastrous results. Death's Bane is another botched attempt by Delnar to construct something of use. The weapon is truly an enigma. When used in battle, it does little to no damage, instead healing the intended target. However, the healing is minuscule at best, and hardly worth the effort required to swing the blade. In any case, it has been given the name Deathsbane because of its inability to slay a target. What purpose Delnar originally intended this weapon to serve is unknown. There are some who argue that it functions as intended, while others laugh at the absurdity of this.
At your command. Duty called. You can count on me. I am on it.
We should save.
It shall be done. It shall be done. It shall be done. Emergency talk.
I've done nothing wrong. Please don't hurt me. Please, I beg of you. Calm down. I'm not here to hurt you. Then who are you? Why are you here? I'm a friend, and I'm here to ask you some questions. Very well. I'm Vashti, the assistant slave foreman. How may I serve you? What are you doing here? Normally I'd be supervising the work crew performing the restorations in this area. However, I'm taking stock of our food stores instead. It seems that we are short again. Do you not have enough food? No, we don't. I've been turning up short for the last 4 days. I'm afraid to admit it, but it seems we have a food thief among us. Do you suspect one of the workers? At first I did, but not now. You see, I pretended to be asleep at night and watched the stores. No one has approached them, and yet food has been missing in the morning. Can you not ask for more food? Yes, and I have done so. The cook has refused to grant us more than our normal ration. She believes that one of us is stealing the food. It's a very militaristic society. Did you tell her the steps you have taken to catch the thief? Yes, she yelled at me, then struck me, and called me a liar. I don't know what to do. Perhaps you could aid me in this matter. Very well, I shall do so. I am grateful. Please speak with the cook and try to reason with her. She can be found on the 4th floor in the kitchen. We do have a high diplomacy skill.
You can count on me. I am on it.
That was our delegate pass.
It shall be done. You can count on me. Aye. You can count on me. Aye. Duty called. You can count on me. Aye.
We're not ready for a fight. Aw, man. Well, there's a lot of looting to be done. Let's kill her first. She's more dangerous.
Let's go to work. What would you have for burial? Yes. May I help? Today is a good day to die. Peace.
My sword is yours.
Spider spawn is being cast.
Yes.
She's dead.
What?
The crows. What?
Why is he doing that?
Done. How may I best serve? I can do that. What needs to be done?
Let's disintegrate the bastard.
Can I help? Yeah.
Standing by.
So, disintegrate failed. We didn't even cast it?
I am prepared.
Go fighters!
I am ready. We go.
Oh, come on.
Just say the word. I am on it. I am on it.
Lots of good stuff. Why does he default to that?
Done.
Ready and willing. Duty calls.
Here. Understood. All right. Understood. Agreed.
Nice, a great sword +4, that's cool. Robe of Infusing. Deflection bonus +2, magic resistance of 1, Arcana +5, and intelligence +1. Plate mail +1. I think we still have better stuff on. Mass Dominate. It's a 9th level spell. And +5 to Dexterity? Holy cow. Now he has a 27 Dexterity.
I'm here.
I shall see to it.
Aye.
I shall see to it.
Holy cow.
I stand.
I shall see to it.
Yeah. Good.
Boots of Grounding. Oh, that's a great weapon. I mean, it's a great defensive thing. Robe of the Evil Archmagi. Deflection bonus +5. Quarterstaff +3. Quarterstaff +5. And this is a quarterstaff +5 of spell resistance. And another cloak of displacement. Farmer's Cloak, +3 deflection, +2 deflection, no. There we go. Who doesn't have boots? Gradius can wear the boots. +4 strength. +2 strength. Who doesn't have a belt? Gradius doesn't have a belt. Alright.
At your command. Duty called. Aye. It shall be done. You can count on me. It shall be done. You can count on me.
Well met. I'm Cedron Zill, the librarian. How may I serve you? Can you tell me? I found this diary hidden among the books. Can you tell me about it? Allow me to examine it. Not much left of it. Zame Astir. He did spend a good deal of time in the library. I had no idea he kept a diary, though. Well, he has no need of it now. What do you mean? That is a tale that is long in the telling, friend. Do you wish to hear it? Yes, please continue. Zame was found dead a few days ago. It seems he took his own life. Quite tragic, actually. Did he leave a message? No, there was no need. It was quite apparent why he did it. Like many of the mages here, he was involved in research. Unfortunately, his project was deemed a failure and cancelled. What was the project? Our business is confidential. We did not discuss it outside our circle. However, I think I will make an exception in this case. Why the exception? You should. This is not an everyday occurrence. The reason is simple. If this diary is correct and there is a dangerous creature at loose here, you should be aware of the situation for your own protection. So what do you know of this creature? Zame was conducting research that involved transmuting creatures. He was trying to discover a way to imbue them with innate invisibility. Perhaps one of his subjects turned on him and slew him. What reason would it have for doing that? Zem's project was cancelled. It is standard procedure in such cases to dispose of any test subjects. Perhaps the creature discovered that it was to be slain. I see, so you think this creature slew Zem and then made it look like he took his own life to cover its escape. Well, in light of this diary you found, I would say that it is a possibility that should not be overlooked. I have harbored doubts about Zem taking his own life. I am not familiar with the magical arts, but cannot someone be raised from the dead? Cannot the dead be spoken with? As a paladin, I know that if Zem took his own life, he cannot be raised from the dead. However, a priest can summon his spirit and speak with it. You are correct. If he did take his own life, then his spirit will not want to return. However, speak with the dead should work. Unfortunately, it did not. Perhaps the spirit has been destroyed. I believe that clerical magic can do that. Yes, I believe there are some artifacts that are capable of such destruction as well. It would appear that someone wanted Zem dead permanently. I have to agree with your assessment. I have harbored doubts about Zem taking his own life. This diary seems to confirm my doubts. I see your point, but I do not believe the creature murdered Zem. Oh, may I ask why? You said yourself, Cedron, that Zem was researching a way to imbue creatures with innate invisibility, did you not? Yes, that was the nature of his research as I understand it. Even without my paladin training, I can see the discrepancy between having innate invisibility and causing permanent death. As can I, however, the diary you found would indicate that he was being stalked by this creature. How do you explain that? Well, I cannot at this time, but I will stand by my convictions. The creature is innocent of this crime. Well, either he took his own life or he was slain by one of his creations. In either case, it does not matter. The case has been closed. It would seem that most people are satisfied with the suicide explanation. You say most people are satisfied. Who else harbors a doubt? There are but two people that I know of, Kay Lathram, his apprentice, and Jabrilla, his betrothed. Where can I find these two? Why do you ask? Normally I would care nothing about a dead mage. No, you love Gradius. This matter intrigues me. I have decided to investigate it. I see. Well, Kay often goes to his master's old laboratory to brood. It is being converted to other uses now that Zem is gone, but that does not stop him. It lies down the hall to the left as you leave the library. And Jabrilla? Jabrilla is nothing more than a serving wench. I believe she can be found in the servants' quarters on the 4th floor.
Very well. You can count on me.
Gradius is overloaded. Okay. We'll save and be right back.